Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's gone. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Raiders.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun. Goff. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Goff. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Chiefs have 1st and 10 at their own 21. They run it with James. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good pickup there at 22. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a gain of 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, You absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for gone. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opponent.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go, tonight. 180.
Off play action. Here's gone. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum. They
really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Five.
Check. Mike 50.
To throw is gone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. It's gone. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. James. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's James. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, kill. You think you gonna get that?
Here's Goff. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Gone. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
What? 180.
Watch the curl.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd and a yard. Goff. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
There's nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second and a long way to go. Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Goff throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
58, right over there.
Now it's gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Easy.
Blue dot Corpus. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
48's Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back to you. I'm going.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, kill.
Now a carry for Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync. And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. James. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Yellow. 15.
Hey. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 48.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the head.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. T.Y. Hilton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Alert flare. Check nickel.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Landry. And got his man complete. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st down, it's James. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check back.
They'll run on 1st down. It's James, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check.
Lot 61, matchbox.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
180.
On second and inches. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Goff now looking to throw, and that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They go with Jacobs. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On first down, it's James. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
40.
Fight on these two. There's a wall, right?
Let's get some penetration.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Yellow.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, 43.
Check 24. Jim.
15.
Shoot. Hey, switch gears.
Right side.
They'll keep it on the ground. James. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Chiefs 42, Raiders 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, it's gone. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On first and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And it's third down. Third and 1.
The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Goff. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Good work, boys. Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff. Now this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And a touchdown maybe for the fantasy football folks watching.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are happy about that touchdown, even though it won't change who wins this ball game.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Protein smell.
They'll keep it on the ground. James. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
He'll field this at the 5. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's gone. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Go. Like 20. You better be afraid of me. Hey, Shell.
Check.
5.
Hot, hot.
On 1st down, gone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Second and 10, Goff again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down. Now a give, right side. It's James. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. And for Charles Davis,